Hi, this is Michelle from WoollyRhinoCrafts, and this video will show you how to make and attach Claptrap's eye. It goes right there, and you can find written instructions for the eye in the description below, as well as pertinent links including the entire Claptrap crochet pattern. Anyway, you want to start with blue. And you're about to see that I crochet backwards. Hopefully you can still understand this if you crochet normally. But chain 2 and then work 6 single crochets into the second chain from the hook. I'm not a fan of magic loops. I am a chain 2 and then jam stitches into the second chain. And before we get to the next round, I work all of Claptrap in back loops only, which is optional except for certain parts. And we're going to come up on one of those certain parts where back loops are mandatory. But you can see some sizing there and position. And now we're going to do a color change and switch to black. This is a super easy way to switch colors that I'm going to show you. You want to act like you're going to slip stitch into the first single crochet, but you're going to switch colors. And work a single crochet in black. We're also going to be doing increases. So pull that tight, and then we're going to work in the back loops only. We're going to work it tight, and we're going to single crochet increase 3 times around so that we end up with 9 stitches. Again, in the back loops only. Claptrap's eye is kind of like a telescope. The blue part is the lens, and then the black is the tube or whatever. And so the lens is set back slightly. And the back loop only creates kind of a ridge around it, and it'll also cover up the blue somewhat so that it's not exposed around the sides of his eye. I guess that's the best way to describe it. But when you're done with your increases and your back loops, slip stitch in the top of the first single crochet. I'm sorry, I'm out of frame. I really struggled with this video and staying in frame because I couldn't see the black. Sorry for the fuzz also on the black. And you can see how the blue is set back from the black part. Cut off your blue, you just need to leave a short tail. We're going to knot it, and I'm going to show you something cool to do with it in just a second. Anyway, get those tails out of the way, and let me show you kind of where this goes. The top of the eye is about 1 stitch down from the top of the black middle piece. We're going to cut the black in just a second and leave a long black tail so we can sew Claptrap's eye to his face, I guess, would be his anatomy in this situation. What we're going to do is use these extra tails to hold the eye in position instead of pinning it. This way they'll be hidden also on the inside of Claptrap. We're going to knot and pull the tails through. Alright, let's cut the black and get it ready. And then we want to knot off all these so nothing moves, everything's tight, and the color transition is smooth and nice. I like to do a couple knots. Make sure nothing's going anywhere. Then group them up, and we're just going to pull them through with our hook. Just through this black piece like so. They'll be out of your way while you're working, and they'll be hidden when Claptrap is assembled and stuffed. And they will hold the eye so you don't have to hold it yourself while you're stitching it down. We're going to use a running stitch to attach the eye. You can also use a whip stitch for this part if you want. I used running stitch. And you may want to do 2 passes around it. You're going to work into, I'm out of the frame, but you're going to be working into the kind of the lowest loop of those back loop only single crochets, and work up and down through the back and come back up through that lowest part of the single crochet that you should be seeing on the back of your work. There we go, you can see it. That'll cover up any most of the exposed blue. If you do have a little bit of blue visible, it's okay. I promise no one's gonna notice. It'll be minimal. But here you can see, sort of, now I'm out of frame again. But if you do 2 passes, working around with running stitch or whip stitch, you should be able to cover the blue. And there's the back, and inserting it back up through. There you go, you can see that stitch now. I'm in the frame. And back down. Don't get the blue because that'll show it. You want the blue to kind of be trapped inside with the black. Again, there's a look at the bottom of those black stitches. Black's hard to see, and that's also why I kept getting out of frame. I was moving it close to my face so I could see what I was doing. And we're almost done going around. I think I did like 1.5 laps around. Because I wanted to get more of my blue covered. When you're done, you're going to want to end your running stitch on the back side so that we can tie it off. Here I am trying to cover more blue first. But it's okay. Don't panic. This Claptrap is more detailed than it has any right to be at this size. And there's the eye. We're not quite done, but you can see how raised it is, how much dimension it has from the front panel itself. I'm out of the frame again. I did a very bad job staying in frame for this. There are some good pictures of its placement in the pattern itself, which hopefully you have, which is hopefully you know why you're here watching this video. But if not, again, you can find it below. And there you go. Check that out. It's amazing. The blue lens is recessed and it is raised up.